Welcome to the LeggLife podcast. My name is Adam.
My name is Sherry.
Sherry Beth, what episode is this?
118.
You want to know a fun fact about the number 118?
I was really hoping you would tell me.
In the year 118, the city of Rome...
AD.
The city of Rome exceeded 1 million people, making it the largest city in the world at the time.
Interesting.
Fun facts with Adam. I'll work on the music later.
Well, you probably should.
It's okay. We're not off to a great start, Sherry. Not off to a great start. So this is posting on Saturday. And as many of you are listening to this, Sunday, tomorrow, it's a big day, isn't it?
It is.
What is it?
Easter Sunday.
It is Easter Sunday. And so we thought on Easter weekend, the podcast we post should be all about the holiday of Easter.
Sure.
And the reality is, you sound very thrilled. I appreciate your investment into this episode so far, Sherry.
You're welcome.
Easter really kind of has two aspects. There's the religious Easter, and then there's the cultural Easter. And we're going to touch on both of those, mostly talking about what was Easter like for us growing up. What Easter memories do we have? Why is Sherry wrong about thinking Peeps are delicious? We're really going to focus.
We are really not off to a good start, Leg.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me. We're really going to focus on the hard-hitting parts of Easter. First of all, for little Sherry, what was Easter like in the Amstutz house growing up?
Always church.
Yep.
Easter Sunday.
Okay.
There were usually, I think almost always, new Easter dresses.
Oh.
For me and my sister.
Not for your brother?
Not dresses for my brother.
Huh.
But usually some kind of new Easter outfit, something.
Sounds right.
For my brother is usually fancy.
You all would dress up as a whole family for church?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Until, oh gosh, I can't even tell you. I think probably until my sister was like, absolutely not anymore. She and I would have matching.
Oh, you were one of those families.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, my poor sister, I adored it because I just wanted to be like my sister, but, she was not super stoked about that. And we didn't usually have like the exact same dress. It's usually like the same dress in different colors.
I feel like the matching outfits, the younger sibling always loves it. The older sibling is like, ugh, again? It's exactly right.
Absolutely. Yep.
So fun. Yep. Okay, so you guys would do church. Would you do Easter baskets?
Yes, we would do Easter baskets.
Was that like a morning before church thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, they were usually sitting on our chairs. We kind of had like seats at our table.
Oh, designated seating. I like it.
And same with our Christmas stockings. They would just be on our chairs.
All right.
And so our Easter basket, so we can go through our Easter basket. It usually consisted of various forms of candy. We almost always had like the chocolate bunnies.
I was going to ask, because I know your family was religious growing up. Would you guys have had like the chocolate crosses?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we probably did.
Because I know that, you know, again, going back to the religious and cultural, I didn't know if you still celebrated like Easter bunny stuff. So there were still baskets. So there still was like cultural Easter celebration.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like there's usually some kind of Christian twist in our baskets.
Surprise! Jesus is alive. That kind of thing.
He is risen.
He is risen indeed. Are you impressed that I knew that?
I kind of am. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, take that, Sherry. You're not the only one who, well, I was going to say who has like Bible quizzing trophies, but actually you are.
I am, yeah.
Huge nerd.
Yep. Thanks.
What else do you remember about Easter?
I feel like we would usually do some kind of like Easter dinner, and so this is this was maybe another like Midwestern cultural thing.
I'm so excited to hear this.
But it was always Easter dinner, which meant lunch. Dinner on Sunday was always lunchtime, so Sunday dinner was lunch.
Very strange.
The rest of the week, the evening meal was just called supper.
Okay.
But yeah, we always had Easter dinner. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, give me a rundown of what you remember the menu to be. Like, did you always have a ham?
I probably should remember this. I feel like this is maybe a piece of my memory that
has gone
away.
Sure.
But I feel like it was usually like a nicer Sunday dinner than what we would normally have. It was, like, you know, I grew up on like Sunday dinner was like spaghetti or meatloaf or whatever, and I feel like the Easter dinner was always like a little more fancy, like a ham.
Would you get together, because nothing says fancy like ham.
Oh, I know.
Would you get together with extended family, or was Easter largely just like your family?
I don't know. I feel like I probably a little bit of both. I feel like we probably fluctuated. So there were probably some years that it was just our family of 5 and or 6, depending on who was living with us at the time.
Oh, right.
Or we would go to grandparents or aunts and uncles or something.
Okay.
Or they would come to us.
So for me, Easter growing up, I didn't have a religious family in like a Christian context, mostly. And so Easter wasn't like a going to church holiday. That isn't something that came on for me until later. Really, as I started to develop kind of a faith of my own. I do remember Easter baskets. In fact, one of my favorite Easter memories ever was when I lived in Trapper Creek. So I would have been probably, my guess is 5 or 6. And my school had
cute little baby Adam.
Cute little Adam, 5 or 6, and my school had an Easter basket making. I don't know if it was a contest. In my mind, it was a contest, but I think in my kid mind, everything was a contest. Like any project was just a contest. And I remember
very competitive. Little Adam was.
Yes, I remember my mom and dad helped me, and I don't remember if like one of them helped more. I just don't. I don't remember. We took a gallon milk jug, a plastic milk jug, cut off the top, and glued cotton balls all on the outside of it, and then cut cardboard like bunny ears and colored them like the shape of a bunny, and like glued that to the milk jug, and then put like cardboard buck teeth and like bunny eyes, and we made this plastic milk jug look like a bunny rabbit. But the top was cut off, so we could put like some of that fake grass in and make my Easter basket.
I feel like we did that in school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was I remember I brought it to school, but I feel like we made it at home for some reason. Also, can we talk about that Easter grass?
The Easter grass gets everywhere.
It's basically...
It's the glitter of Easter that's just everywhere.
I was going to say the tinsel. It's Easter tinsel.
Yeah, it's Easter tinsel.
Yeah, that grass is Easter tinsel for sure. Did you ever try to taste it?
Probably.
Yeah, me too.
Most kids do.
I wonder what does Easter grass taste like. Oh, not good.
Plastic.
Yeah, that's exactly. Toxic. It tastes like toxins.
Delicious.
So growing up, I definitely remember Easter baskets. I don't remember. And I'm kind of with you. Like, Easter baskets, to me, were normally candy. At least as far as I remember. I don't remember any other specific kind of things that would be in the Easter baskets. In fact, I know my mom's listening, so I'd be curious to know if she reminds me of something. She's like, oh, I always put this in your basket. Because
I do feel like there were probably a few Easters, maybe in, like, middle school and high school, where we would have some sort of, like, jewelry or something in our Easter baskets.
Oh.
Usually probably a cross or something.
Probably.
I might be making that up, but I'm having like a little flash of a memory of like something in the Easter basket, like a gifty type thing.
I can almost completely guarantee I never got jewelry for Easter. So I'm
pretty cross earrings.
I feel confident going out on the limb here that I did not get that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But one of the things that I do remember, going back to the food about Easter, was I always remember, and not always, but I have memories of going out to Easter brunch. And this probably was more like later in life, as I get to be, I'd say 9, 10 and older. I remember going to Easter brunches. And I remember, like, to you, the first thing you went to when you thought of like Easter memories growing up was going to church.
Yeah.
For me, it was going to brunch. And I still to this day actually prefer Easter brunch over Easter church. Because the food's better.
The food's better.
The food's better. And I love Easter brunch. It feels very nostalgic to me. I remember getting dressed up. There are very few times of the year when I'd, probably dress up. And that was one of them.
Yeah.
Gosh, I love it.
I feel like the first time I went to Easter brunch was after I moved up here.
Like actually going out to a restaurant? Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because Sunday was a family day.
Oh, and okay, that makes sense. I don't remember, and I'm sure this wasn't the case, but I don't remember any specific Easter meals at home. But I do remember Easter brunches out. That being like a splurge. In fact, I remember for a number of years, we went to, there's a hotel in Anchorage. Now it's called the Lakefront. It used to be called, gosh, it was the Millennium. Before that, it was like the Regal Alaskan, I think. And they always had a really nice and fancy Easter brunch, and that's where we would go.
Yeah.
And it was like the height of luxury.
I feel like that was the first Easter brunch I went to.
Really? Was that when we went?
Was at Millennium.
Amazing. I will say we are going to Easter brunch this year with my dad and Susan, and we're very excited. Well, I'm very excited. I hope you're excited.
I am.
To experience Easter brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about kind of what our Easter traditions growing up were. Let's talk a little bit about Easter as a married couple.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that we did something kind of unique. We don't have kids.
No.
Surprise. Yeah.
What?
I know. We're all shocked. But for a number of years, especially the first number of years in our marriage, we still made it a point to do Easter baskets for each other.
We did.
And I distinctly remember people, when we would talk about how we would do Easter baskets for each other, they were surprised. They're like, wait, you're adults without kids who do Easter baskets? And like,
hell yeah, we are.
well, and that's, yes, exactly.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't want an Easter basket.
But people were surprised by that. And I didn't realize that wasn't the norm.
No, I would say most years of our marriage, we have done Easter baskets for each other.
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just, it's fun, and, you know, it's fun to be, like, creative in what you put in there, because we do usually try to not only fill it with candy, and so we try to fill it with things that the other person might like, and, it's fun. I like doing it.
It is fun. I like doing it as well. Easter, to me, is more difficult than Christmas stockings, because they are similar in some ways. But like when you walk down the Easter aisle at the store, it is almost exclusively candy.
Yeah, you have to get more creative and like wander around Target for a while.
Because I remember in Easter baskets that you and I did for each other, I remember lots of DVDs.
Lots of DVDs. Do you remember, oh gosh, for a few years, we kept them in the guest bedroom closet.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Those ginormous Mickey and Minnie.
Easter baskets.
Easter baskets.
We bought them at Walgreens.
Yep, and they were huge, and they were a pain in the ass to fill because they were huge.
I like that.
It was always like I would buy, 10 things, and it would fill up a quarter of it. And I was just like, well, damn. Like,
I love it on the Easter podcast. Sherry's the first one to drop a swear. Well done, love.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you. And I do remember those. We are not doing Easter baskets this year.
No.
Because we are avoiding sugar where possible.
Right.
And
we're trying to.
And it's difficult because I really want to do Easter baskets.
I know.
But the thought of going shopping and walking by all of those Reese's eggs and Cadbury and not being able to get them just breaks my heart.
Yeah, I know. So we're actually like steering clear of the entire section whenever we go to stores because I just don't even want to be tempted.
Oh my gosh.
There's so much Easter candy that I want.
So
like Peeps.
Now we're going to talk about it. We're going to get to what I think will be the most divisive part of this podcast.
They're marshmallows. What's not to love about marshmallows?
Here's the thing.
They're sugar-coated marshmallows with little chocolate eyes.
Okay.
What is not to love about this?
We are not just going to talk exclusively Peeps, but let's start Peeps.
I don't understand your aversion to Peeps because it is literally a delicious marshmallow covered in sugar with chocolate eyes. What is not to love about this?
I feel like you're being paid by Big Peep right now. Is his Big Peep paid you in order to sway?
I mean, I'm waiting for that check.
Yeah.
But
okay, here's my thing with Peeps. Can I talk about it?
Nope.
Okay, thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you on the next podcast. Sherry's like, absolutely not. So my
you
issue
can tell us your wrong opinion. Go ahead.
With Peeps is not that I dislike them. I like a Peep. A singular Peep.
Okay, but there's like 4 in a packaging. It's not like it's a package of 1,000 and you're like, oh man, what do I do with the other 999?
But when I have one, if I had one Peep a year, my Peep craving is satisfied and I don't need any more. And so I think that's
where I'm at with the Cadbury egg.
Oh, we're going there next. So you hold on to those lies.
Okay, I will. I will hold on dearly.
Have you ever done that thing where you put 2 Peeps in the microwave and like give each of them, have you heard of this? You put 2 Peeps in a microwave, you stick a toothpick in like the front of them, and in the microwave they like blow up and expand. It's called like peep jousting, and they like stab each other with their, and you see which peep wins.
Okay, that's hilarious. No, I have done that with like regular marshmallows.
Oh.
That was actually like a favorite dessert of mine in college because, again, poor college student. And so
Microwaved marshmallows?
Yeah, literally, like I would just buy a pack of marshmallows and like the bigger ones, and they would blow up to 4 times the size, and I would just eat it.
All right, I'm gonna ask you to rank these 3, and I'm gonna do it too, okay?
Okay.
Peeps.
Okay.
Cadbury Eggs, and for the sake of argument, we're going the original, not the caramel egg, not the other ones, the original Cadbury cream egg.
Okay.
And Reese's chocolate eggs. Rank those 1, 2, 3.
I am going to go Peeps and then Reese's and then the Cadbury egg.
Okay. I would go, this is really difficult for me.
I know. You're the one who created this.
This was stupid.
I would have done like a chocolate bunny or something like instead of the Reese's.
Okay, we'll go there in a second.
Right.
I would go Reese's first, Cadbury egg tied for first, Peeps 8th.
Oh, geez.
So a couple things. Reese's to me, they have trees at Christmas, they have the bunny, or they have the eggs, they have all sorts of different shapes. The egg to me is just about perfect. I love the combination of chocolate and peanut butter in the Easter egg. When it comes to Cadbury, how do I like to eat my Cadbury eggs?
Frozen.
I buy them, I put them in the freezer, I let them freeze, and then I eat them, and they're heaven.
I disagree, but
okay.
Like if I'm gonna eat one, I'm not gonna eat it frozen. But I honestly like one, and they're so rich. I'm not really like a sweets person anyway.
It's one of your 11 flaws.
I know. Oh, I only have 11 now. It's usually 13.
You've gotten better.
Oh, yay. Go me. I really rich sweets are like too much for me. So
you're
honestly,
my really rich sweets.
I'm not rich though.
Oh, dang
Sorry.
it.
I know. Just waiting for that Peeps check to come.
Waiting for big peeps. Waiting for big peeps.
Waiting for that to come through. And so Cadbury eggs to me are just so rich that, and I don't like caramel, so I don't like the caramel ones. I don't like caramel in general. But,
yeah, it's true. It's one of your 14 flaws.
Oh no, I have 3 more now.
It's been a rough couple minutes for you.
Dang it. But the cream in it is just too much for me. So honestly, like I'm good with like half of one a year. I will usually make myself finish the 1 egg, but like it's too much for me.
Honestly, this has worked out well for us over the years because when Easter basket shopping, I can get you Peeps and you get all of them. I don't even want them. You can get me Cadbury eggs. I get all of them. You don't even want them.
No.
And it's perfect.
It's perfect. It works really well for us. So we're not like fighting over candy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's too much for me.
So can we talk?
And I'm not a huge chocolate peanut butter fan.
I am a very huge chocolate peanut butter fan.
Yeah.
Can we talk chocolate bunnies?
Yeah.
Because you had mentioned them. Give me your thoughts.
my biggest complaint.
I'm really hoping that what you're about to say is exactly what I want to say.
That they're hollow.
Okay. Yep.
What the hell?
And
you pay however many dollars for this bunny that is small to begin with. Sometimes they have those massive ones.
They have the big ones, yeah.
But then you like bite into the ear and it just crumbles because the entire thing is hollow. And you're like, what?
That is the crumbling is my biggest issue.
I paid for chocolate, not the shell.
And now...
And all I got was the shell.
You take a bite and it all falls apart.
Yeah.
That's the issue that I have.
I don't like it.
I would rather have a smaller bunny that is solid.
Correct.
Right?
Yep, I would absolutely agree with that.
I will say one thing about me that Sherry knows, many of you may not. I'm actually not a huge just chocolate by itself fan.
Which, again, works out well for me because I don't usually like chocolate with other things.
I almost exclude... I bet 10 times out of 10, I will choose chocolate with other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it works out great.
Works out great. But yeah, I'm always bummed. Like, and it's the kind of thing that I almost always forget until I pick up the box and I'm like, this weighs nothing. Because there's nothing here. It's just a shell.
It is. The worst.
It's the worst.
It is the worst.
Like, please don't make me pay for an entire chocolate bar if you're not going to give me an entire chocolate bar.
Preach.
I know. You're giving me the shell of the chocolate bar.
We're having Easter church right now, Sherry.
I know.
We're having Easter church right now.
I know.
For Easter this year, kind of our plan for the day is I don't think we're going to do church. We've talked about it. I don't think that's something we're going to do this year.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to do Easter baskets. I'm going to be honest. I know we're not doing candy.
Do we need to figure this out then? Are we going to make a Target run?
I think we need to do Easter baskets.
Is this going to be our Friday vlog?
Yeah, right. We're creating content right now. But my thing is, like, I love Easter baskets in the morning. I think it's so fun. I love that we have held on to that childlike tradition.
I agree.
Even as a married couple.
And we've talked about, like, we're kind of bummed that we're not doing them this year because we are trying to stay away from the sweeties.
But I think that what it allows us to do is that we have to just get more creative to fill up an Easter basket.
Yep.
Not using candy.
Or DVDs, because when's the last time we watched a DVD?
I'm buying you, actually, it's going to have a laser disc.
Oh, cool.
Yours
All
going to
right.
have a VHS, a laser disc, and a cassette of Belle Biv DeVoe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Do you even know who they are?
No.
You don't know Belle Biv DeVoe?
Bless you.
This shows Sherry was indeed raised more religious than myself. Belle Biv DeVoe was the best. How many BBD fans do we have out there? Don't you laugh at me, Sherry.
I am laughing at you.
I know you are.
Oh, man.
What are your thoughts about... so anyways, we're doing Easter brunch later in the day. I think like 2 or 2:30.
Yep.
And the place we're going has all of the Easter. It has ham. Mm-hmm. It has all of the things.
Dinner rolls.
Dinner rolls, which Sherry's very excited about.
I am.
You know what I associate with Easter, and I don't know why?
What?
Deviled eggs.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
Doesn't it feel like in Easter? I mean, I think they should be every day.
Well, you know why?
Because on Easter Sunday, Jesus defeated the devil.
No, it's because you dyed all of your Easter eggs, and then you have all of these hard-boiled eggs, and so you have deviled eggs.
You just blew my mind with that fact. You're exactly right.
Am I... Obviously, like that, like we always, I think, and you know what I was thinking about? I had hard-boiled eggs for breakfast this morning.
Yep.
Just that we bought from Costco, already peeled, because that's the way to live. And I was thinking, like, how much I like them and how rarely I feel like we had them growing up. And then I was like, oh, because they were a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah.
To, like, hard boil all of these eggs. But we did them in massive batches so that we could dye our eggs for Easter.
Yeah.
And then we had all of these eggs, which was also funny because then our deviled eggs were usually, like, multicolored.
That's so funny.
Because it usually, like,
the dye would leak through.
Yep.
I do remember that was something we did every year, not
Yeah.
on Easter, but leading up to Easter. We're dyeing eggs. I remember my mom, like, we would, dip them in that. What was that brand called? Here's the P.
I don't know. We always made our own dye.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. We would buy like
and
the
we just
little.
use spoons. Like I always felt so fancy when we would actually get like the little.
Remember that little octagon-shaped dipper?
Octagon, yep.
Oh
Because
my
then you could like
gosh.
control it.
Yep.
But it was not often that we got that. I feel like we would usually just do the spoons, and then you're like trying to hold it with like 2 spoons, and it was just like a.
I remember my mom would. We'd always have crayons out, and we would draw on the eggs first.
Yes.
And then dunk them because the dye didn't stick to the crayon, and so you had these like cool designs.
I always like doing it with white.
Oh.
Because then you would dye it and the white would stand out.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
We have not dyed eggs in years.
No. We did one year, we did the silk dye.
Okay, so this was very... And did we do this for a vlog?
I feel like it was pre-vlogs.
Oh, maybe it was.
Honestly.
So we had read somewhere online that if you buy old silk ties, like not like any necktie, but like old men's silk ties.
It has to be like 100% silk.
And you cut them up, and basically what you do is you fill a bowl, I think, with vinegar.
Yeah.
And you wrap the silk around the egg really tightly and kind of like tie it. And then you soak that in the vinegar. Basically, the pattern that's on the tie transfers to the egg. And you and I were both very skeptical.
Like, yeah, all right, let's try it.
It was amazing.
It totally worked, and it was really cool. I've been waiting because it always comes up around Easter time in my time hop, and I haven't seen it yet. But I Yeah, like it was so cool, and we haven't done it again, but we've talked about wanting to do it again.
Yes.
And I think honestly, we just went to like Salvation Army and bought a bunch of
It's exactly what we
silk
did.
ties. Like,
Yep.
and honestly, the uglier the better because it made it like really cool patterns on the eggs.
Yeah, you want the weird patterns.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I really love that we did that.
Yeah.
So what do you think? This year, can we make an agreement on the podcast? We are going to do Easter baskets for each other?
Yes, we can do
She
that.
said reluctantly.
Well, for me, it's going to be hard because I know that there's a lot of Easter candy that you really like because you are a sweets person.
Yep.
And so,
So just
it's
avoid
gonna.
that.
I know. So it's going to be harder for me to come up with more creative things in your
just
basket.
buy me a roll of Kleenex Viva signature cloth paper towels. I'm good to go. I love those. This favorite. Just buy random household brands that I enjoy.
Right.
My favorite, half and half. A nice jar of creamy peanut butter.
That's weird.
There you go. That's my Easter
It's going to be a
basket.
huge basket. These are all really big items.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I deserve a giant Easter basket, Sherry.
Well,
I was born on Easter Sunday.
That's true. That's true.
I was born. In fact, you guys, next week, the plan for the podcast, I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
Because next Saturday is my birthday.
Your birthday.
And so we're actually going to interview my mom
Yeah.
about my birthday, what she remembers about that day, me as a baby,
Her
all that.
pregnancy with you.
Her pregnancy with
Yep.
me, all of that. So next Sunday, we will also talk about how I ruined Easter Sunday for my mom and dad.
Yeah, for your parents. Yeah,
I
very
like to-
selfish of you.
I like to think I made it better.
Well,
Okay. Super rude.
I feel like the pain that your mother had to go through was probably not making it better.
She definitely deserved an Easter ham,
Yeah, maybe the next day
but she doesn't really eat
she
ham.
was like, okay, this was actually maybe worth it, but like, because you're really cute.
Every day for the last 43 years, she has thought, oh, it was worth it.
Mm.
I'm a joy.
You are a delight.
Thank you.
I feel like we should ask her that question if every single day has been worth it.
How about this? Let's not ask my mom that question.
Oh, I might.
We'll ask her other questions. I'm not going to have you on the podcast. Just so you can't ask that. Oh my gosh.
I can text your mother and just ask just for my own sake.
Any other Easter thoughts?
I don't think so.
Funny
I think
Easter stories?
this might be the first year, or maybe we didn't go last year either. I don't remember. This might be the first year I haven't been to church on Easter.
Well, no, during
Did we go last year?
During COVID, we wouldn't have.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know if we went last year. I don't remember actually.
I don't remember either.
So it will be strange not to go, and who knows? Maybe I'll wake up in the morning and go.
Get her be in her bonnet and want to go.
Exactly, but we'll have to wait and see. I do have one funny Easter story.
Yeah.
It's about the time I was on staff at a church, and one of the things that we did were we were doing a big Easter egg hunt, and the church I was a pastor at was a big church, thousands of people, especially on Easter. And we, next to the building, there's the giant, like sports dome. Mm-hmm. And the dome has this huge artificial field. And the plan was we were going to do an Easter egg hunt on this field. We were going to hide like 1,000 eggs. But it's not like a field. It's just like an AstroTurf. You know, so you're not really hiding eggs. You're literally just like laying them on the field.
Placing them.
Mm-hmm. And so it's like, we're going to have 1,000 eggs. Sounds awesome, right? Here's the problem. We had hundreds of kids. And 1,000 eggs sounds like a lot till you realize that if there's 500 kids there, that's 2 eggs a kid and it's over in seconds.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happened. It was like the whistle blew, the kids stormed the field. In under 30 seconds, it was over.
And we're like, oh.
It's like, what do we do now?
We had an hour planned for this.
Yeah, that was a huge fail. And that was one of those moments where you realize that, okay, the number of
This
kids...
was not well thought out.
This was not well thought out. There's no place to hide eggs on a just open grass field.
You know who wasn't involved in the planning of that?
You.
Me and people like me who
Yeah.
have the forward thinking to be like, okay, so there's this many eggs, there's probably this many kids. This is not going to take long at all.
Shortest Easter egg hunt ever. I will say also in Alaska, I remember doing Easter egg hunts growing up, but there's almost always still snow on the ground at Easter.
Yeah.
And in some ways, that made Easter egg hunts really fun because there were so many places you could hide eggs. However, when all the snow melts,
Cool.
you find a lot of eggs.
Yeah. Yep.
And they weren't ever real eggs.
Oh, well, that's good. Do you remember the Gilmore Girls episode where they like hid the eggs all over town?
No.
Kirk hid the eggs and then couldn't remember where he hid them
I don't.
until they started to smell.
Oh, so they used real eggs?
Yeah.
For our Easter egg hunts, we always use the plastic eggs that you would like put candy inside or trinkets inside and close
I feel
them.
like that's what we did too with our egg hunts. I don't think we ever used the real eggs. But in Gilmore Girls, Kirk used the real eggs and then couldn't remember where he hid them all.
I feel like we should add a new segment to the LeggLife podcast. Every episode we do, whatever the topic is, it is your job to find a tie back to Gilmore Girls.
I probably could.
That's why I say it, because I honestly bet you could. Like, this is one of our absolute favorite shows.
Yeah.
Friends, we love you.
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
To those of you where Easter is a more focus on the religious holiday, he is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Indeed. And to those of you where Easter is more cultural, I hope that your day is filled with chocolate eggs, Peeps, a delicious ham, and just lots of family and friends and wonderful memories.
And as little Easter grass as possible.
Don't taste it. As an old school Easter grass taster, I can tell you, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. Avoid.
Oh, jeez.
I would rather eat a Peep than more Easter grass.
Anybody would rather eat a Peep than Easter grass.
Maybe. You don't know that. We haven't talked to everybody. Friends, here's what we want to know. Go over to YouTube. Search LeggLife Podcast. Find this episode. I want you to tell us in the comments of this video, are you Team Peep? Hashtag Team Peep or hashtag Team Cadbury Egg?
Ooh.
Which is it? Because you and I agree on Reese's.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I mean, I think they're good. I'm just not a huge chocolate peanut butter fan.
But we disagree on the Cadbury Egg.
Yeah, we do.
And on Peeps. So that's what I want to know. Are you Team Peeps? Are you Team Cadbury Egg?
Also, this is a random aside. I never understood, and maybe that was sort of the point, but the squawking rabbit for the Cadbury Egg. Did you? I don't know. Maybe that was just my brain went there.
The bunny?
But it was a bunny.
Oh my God, that was so good. We have been married for so long, and this whole time I never knew that you can do a spot on Cadbury bunny impression. Oh my God. We're turning LeggLife into just that.
Oh,
just
no.
you doing Cadbury bunny impressions.
No.
Can we get it one more time?
I feel like
You are so red right now. Oh my gosh. Friends,
oh man.
we love you so very much. And we will see you on next week's podcast with my mom, where hopefully she doesn't embarrass me too much with stories.
I'm hoping she does.
How dare you? All right, friends. Bye.
Bye.